stops them looking messy, and it stops them flapping against your horse. Good. Good, really nice. Very soft, Alyssa. What a lovely rider. Great. Really good. But where are you looking? Can you look between his ears?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we did a test. Earlier, we had the reins in the left hand and the arms out to the inside. And you actually find that you can still see, even though you're looking straight, you can still see your inside thumb with your arm right out to the side. So it's important to use your peripheral vision, which is your side vision, rather than twisting your head unnecessarily. If we're doing a short rollback, by all means you can turn your head, but be careful of doing it in this instant because you don't need to. Can you drop your chin, Alyssa, a little bit? That's it, good. He's bouncy, Ali. So this is where it's going to be uber important. Does Teresa teach you?
What's that?
Is Teresa your teacher?
Yes.
Perfect. You're going to tell her, you're going to ask her, can we work on bending my knee and bringing my lower leg back a little bit? There. That's good. Right there is good. That's it. So this is where you're going to raise your heel, Ali, and allow your leg to slide back a little bit. So raise your heel, yes, there, and then bring your leg back a little bit. That's better. Raise your heel. I know it sounds so foreign, but what happens is your leg gets a little ahead of you, and you're balanced on him because he's got a big trot. You fall back a little bit. That's better. That's better, Ali. Feel there?
Yeah.
So think of your baseball. In the middle of you, or it's going to be over his soccer ball. In the middle of him. This is a better balance. Good. Then it's easier to stay posting. Megan, can you take your belly button back and push your belly button to flatten out your lower back? And can you sit, pretend you've got pockets in the back of your britches, and sit down on your pockets when you come back down into the saddle. Much better. Feel that? Does it feel straighter and you're square and you're coming up and down into the same place? Yes, and you're not. You're not. You're still in front of the vertical. As much as it feels like you're back, you're not. You're good. Like you're really good. There? There. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Now, your fingers are too soft. Okay? You've got spidery fingers. And you need to close them in your reins, because if you don't close them, he'll pull them out. Yes. Which shoulder's leading? Your left or your right one?
My right one.
No, good. That's on the video. Perfect. So your left one is further ahead, which means your right seat bone is closer to the center of your saddle than your left one. Okay, this is much better right there. Do you feel a little different?
Yeah.
Should only feel a little bit, but it's significant enough because if you're not straight, your horse can't be straight.
Yeah.
Good. Are your fingers closed?
Now they are.
Good. Good. Ali, this is a better position. Much better. Now do you feel your posting isn't so wobbly? Good. Good. Where are you looking, Alyssa? Good, good. Can you drop your chin? There. Half turn back, up, change direction. Stay inside the circle. Don't go out of the circle. Half turn back, so you keep turning to the right, and then you're going to the left. You are correct. Good. Okay. That's good. So half turn back. So a half turn reverse. Okay, let's just come over here. Everybody come here. We need to draw on the sand. I need my gloves. Okay, so you come over here, Ali. Come to my blackboard. Oh, look. Perfect blackboard. This is our circle here. Okay, so we're tracking to the left. We were tracking right. So a half turn is just like that. Okay? A reverse turn against the wall. Does that make sense, Ali? And that's within the circle. Okay? So, track right. Go to right. Okay? And then we're going to do a couple of different reverses. We're going to stay inside the circle. So it makes it harder when you've got all the jumps and stuff in here. Good. Good. There'd be a quiz for you at the end of that. So we're doing a half turn reverse. Cool. That was, you know what's really cool? Is Ali's horse is so big that Alyssa went right under his nose. Right? So it was really lucky that you weren't on a smaller one. Good. So your light flashed in front of you by a big gray monster. Good. So, yeah. Megan's getting really smart getting away from Ali. Good. We're going to do a half turn reverse again. Watch out for the big gray one. So you turn in there. Perfect, Ali. Turn now. Turn. Keep turning left, Ali. Keep turning left, Ali. Turning now, Ali. You're just going along sideways. That's it. That's it, Ali. Good. That's it. Super. Everybody spread out a bit. That's it. Good. Yeah, that's it, Ali. Good. Bend your elbows. Lower leg back, Ali. Half turn to the inside. Reverse again. Be dependent. Turn there. Megan, Alyssa, you missed a beautiful place. No, to the inside. You're turning to the outside, Megan.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Oh, shoot. Oh, God. This is a confusing thing. Wow. Cool. Half turn to reverse, Ali. So you're turning to the right, Ali. Turning to the right. Good. We'll just practice this until everybody's really cool with it. Good. That's great, Ali. Doesn't matter if you were walking. So you're trotting. Good. So when you turn, half turn back, we're going to turn to the left and keep turning. And we'll do a half turn back. That's right. That's right. Keep turning to the right, Ali. So we're going to half turn to reverse. We're going to do it again. So you have to stay inside the circle, Alyssa. Good. Ali's got it. Half turn now. You guys keep missing opportunities. Because Megan, you could have turned already. Ali's done 3. That's it. That's it. And then go the other way. Good. I think we've drummed this to death. I think you've got the idea of it. Good. It's harder when you've got a group, eh? You not only have to figure out where you're going, you have to look at it. Go straight, Ali. Go straight, boy. We're still going to the right, Ali. You're getting really keen here. Good. Good. That's it. That's it, right? Good, Ali. Good. You got it. Good. Transition to walk. Good. Good. Just be careful you don't get too soft. Okay? It's lovely, it's beautiful to be a soft rider. What a fabulous description. But you can't get wobbly. You can't get too wiggly with everything. Ali, do you think you're on the beach, boy? You're walking, you're not collapsing. Pardon?
I'm not sure.
So you're walking, but you don't drop everything.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah. So you're walking, but walk with a purpose, and you're giving your horse a 10-second rest, but you're not dropping everything. Good. Now, make him walk a little bit more from your leg to your hand. So he wants to march just a little bit more. That's better. Good. Now you guys can use the whole ring. That's fine. So you've got an idea. So, Ali, you're going to ride your horse with a little bit more leg to your hand. You're going to think in general, and everybody in this group is quite good about riding with it. Now, you see, Ali, see how slow he's got? You're going to put your leg on to have him come forward. Do you know what the word impulsion means? No? Okay, that's fine. So impulsion is the sense of forwardness, right? So So when you look at Alyssa's horse, he's tracking up and his hind feet are crossing the path of where his front feet have just left, okay? And Megan's horse has good impulsion. You can see it in him. He's ready to go. He could trot at any moment. Yours, he goes to sleep a little bit. So you have to keep saying, come up, and it's a case of riding him in front of you. So you want to think he's ready to go at any moment, okay? So you want to keep thinking that, getting him to think that as you go, then that's his plan. Very good. Very good. Okay. So Ali, that's your goal as we ride, to think that your horse is up in front of you and riding forward. Very good. There, Alyssa, can you drop your chin? There, good. And you're going to send him a little bit forward too. Megan's horse has good intentions. Very good. But here you're going to be careful that you're not gripping with your lower leg. Relax your leg a little bit. There, very good. Right lead canter. Good. So everybody's cantering on the right lead. So Ali, you're going to bring him back for a simple change to be on the correct lead. Okay. Now that to me is faking it. I would rather you come back in the end and reorganize this canter to be on the correct lead. That's okay. Now, you pushed your hip out to the left, Alyssa. Can you be in the center? And now you need to send him galloping. Megan's about to pass you 6 times. So, Megan, you can pass Alyssa. Okay, so you have to slow down. You have to pull on your arms, close your fingers, bring your arms back, and pull and slow down. Slow him down, Megan. Slow him more. That's better. Good. Ali, you're going to bend your arm, feel a little bit there, and just keep your leg on. That's better. Then he's steady. Good. Everybody's going to control, slow the canter down, and back to trot. Good. Slow the canter and back to trot, Ali. Slow the canter and go back to trot. Good. Good. But when you... That's it. So that is something you'll work on, that transition, because he kind of died on you. Okay? So you want to keep your leg as you come back. So we're going to pick up the right knee canter again. Slow down. So your position... That's it. So Alyssa, you're letting him trot faster, go a little slower, so you've got to pull back a little bit. Good, Ali, for that lead. Good. Good. So Alyssa, you're going to bring your left shoulder back, drop your chin. That a girl. That's better. Ali, much better. Much, much better. Good girl, Megan. You haven't let him charge. Good. Back to trot. Good, Megan. Lean back a little bit there. Megan, lean back. Megan, lean back. There's the difference. Good. Change rein across the diagonal, Ali. Everybody's going to change as well. Good. Drop your chin. We need to write it in every corner. Can you bring your elbows back a little bit, Alyssa, so they're not so in front of you, because you end up not bending them for the control because his nose is too far out. Think of bringing his nose back closer to his chest. It's a very basic way of thinking about it. That's great, and I love where you're sticking. Super. Slow him down now a little bit, Ali. He's got his blood up now. He's been jumping. Good. Which hand is lower, Megan? Yes. You raise it to equal. That's very good, guys. This is super. Left lead canter. Good, Ali. Good. Which shoulder's leading, Megan? No. Yes. You usually lead with your outside shoulder. Good. Where's your chin? Drop it a little. Drop it a little bit. That's they come round this side of the turn, they get pushed back up again, and then they come up here, and they go down. And every time they start to come down a little bit, they kick up dirt. Okay? And the angle doesn't come when you're going down straight, the dirt that they push up pushes behind them. When they're at a bit of an angle this way, the dirt goes up. Does that make sense? Okay? So, what I see sometimes, and why people have a hard time sometimes keeping the horse's balance out of the corner, is they come up on the bank here, and then they go down. And then they have to hold the horse's right rein, and the horse swaps off to the right lead. Right? Now, what you need, Ali, when I was saying outside rein, or right rein, was that you had his head bent too much to the left, so his mouth was going out. Okay? So you want to ride him just a little squarer here. Again, we talked about hands being hip width apart in the other groups, and again, thinking of an idea that your horse is standing on a set of cross ties, and he's leading into a set of cross ties. And if your hands are really close together, you tend to lean forward over them. If you could open your hands a little bit wider and bring your hands a little further apart, then you tend to keep your upper body back, and this sense of balance, is you're in the middle of your horse. Okay? So just staying a little wider-handed makes a big difference when we're turning. So I want you all to step back into the left lead canter, and I want you to go twice more around, and I want you to really think that as you come through the turns, is my horse in the center of my two reins? Are my reins hip width apart? So look at your hips, and then see if your hands are as wide as the point of the bone on your hip. So you're going to ride with your hands that wide, and you're going to think of turning, and you're going to keep your horse on the inside of the track a little bit. You're not going to let him mush up against the wall and then come back again. A bit like riding the inside line of a race car track. Okay? So let's go to the left, and I just want you to go maybe twice around, just really thinking of how straight is he as he comes through the turns. Okay, off you go at your own pace. Ali, that was a superb transition. Megan, that's more thoughtful. Good, good. Alyssa, drop your chin. You're going to hear that a lot, eh? Good. Good, so the right side of him, right more. So Alyssa, you need to actually pull back a little bit on the right side as you turn through the turn. So you're actually going to come back on that right side. Super, Ali, right rein. That's it. There, Ali. Aha! Brilliant. Did you feel that? Very important. Very good. Good. Good, girl. That was super. Good, Alyssa. Don't let him push out on that right side. Excellent. Super. Okay, you can all walk. That was very, very good. Okay? So that idea that you can really ride them straight is so important. It's amazing. What a difference it does, because what happens when you girls, have you, Alyssa and Ali would have, no, Alyssa and Megan probably, at Palgrave ridden in those top 100 rings?
Yeah.
Whichever ring, doesn't even matter, okay? But you know when you come around the in gate and you think, crap, I've turned too early for the diagonal fence, right? Or I've turned too late. And that sense of trying to straighten them to get onto the line you want, this is the sort of work you're doing, right? That you can take two reins and just ask them to stay in the middle of them and get to that line. If you pull one way or the other, they're going to swap, right? So it's really important that they ride within this. Okay, now I want to let's do something a little different than what we did before, because all of these guys need to be up in front of your leg attach. This is the best jump to ever. going to the right. So when you steer here, you're going to need two reins, or you're going to miss this box, okay? We're going to canter the rail on the ground, and we're going to canter the little vertical. So I think you're all very capable of doing that. So let's see if we can come through the turn and catch that. So right lead canter, through the turn, through the box. Actually, I'll make this a little wider the first time. That would be nice. And then we'll make it narrow the second time. You can all go together. That's cool. So through the gap, over the rail, over the jump. And when you've done it, when the three of you have done it once, then I'll make it a little narrower. That's good. Okay, so for those guys who didn't come through the turn with a short enough rein, this is going to get significantly harder. Ali, you need to slow down a little bit. Just come back with your elbow, Ali. Good. Slow down, Megan, by about 10 times. Contact, Ali. Don't cut it too short. Good boy. Slow down a little bit. Take your time. Everybody bend your elbow, Alyssa. It won't work. Bend your arms. Pull back a little bit. Good, slow down. It's narrower again. So slow down, pull up, stay out. Ali, you have to stay wider. Pull back, left ring, pull back. Good. Don't let him charge. Slow down right there, Megan. Good. Ali, you're going to do this once more after. Good. Lean back. Left shoulder back, left shoulder back, left shoulder back. You need much wider hands. So wider hands, we're going to do this all once more. Good, Megan, you've got good hands. Slow a little bit. Put your right hand down, square your wrist, pull back on the left rein. You're going around me, Ali, but you have to first stop. Simple change. Okay, you've got the change. Go around me first, Ali. Good. 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 That's fine. Alyssa, just wait, make a circle, Alyssa, and then come with some more. Good. Slow down, Ali. Left rein. Super, Ali. Now make him go slow. Make him go slow. Good, good, good. Megan, you walk. Good girl. Let Alyssa come past you.
Yeah.
Good. Alyssa, which way are you looking? Good, good. That fixed everything. Good. Head down, chin down. Good. Left side works. Left side works. There. Bend your elbow. Much better. Much better. That's it. Good. I know. It's interesting. Just, these things are so much harder than jumps. They're so much harder. Just nip down here, Alyssa. Gallop like you're a wild man. All the way down. Fast. Go faster. 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 That's it. That's sort of fast, but it's pretty fast. Good. Okay. So one thing in what one would call the performance part of this, notwithstanding you guys got better and better at this turn. What changed for everybody? What got better? After you've done this turn, what got better?
Speed control?
Pardon?
Speed control?
Yes?
They taught me to keep my reins short, because that's my issue. I always keep my reins too long, and so it taught me.
Yeah, good.
The pull is better.
Perfect. That's the answer I was looking for. The pull was better. Perfect answer. Yay. Way to go. Get a prize. Okay? So every single person, when this turn got better, and you connected your horse more with both reins, everybody found that the pull was easy.
Yeah.
When you first started and they were kind of falling through the corner and you were kind of lucky to get through the boxes, all the horses were splitting their legs at the pole and the riders were crooked and the horses went to one side. But when you got this part here good, the pole was easy, you dead straight, found the jump, no problem. So all it does is accentuate that idea of how important it is to turn with two reins. Right? That's all this does is say, can you turn squarely with two reins and have your horse even off both legs? Oh, it's easy. It's an easy practice, but it's hard to do. So then let's test our theory going back. This is a bit of a tricky one, but again, I think you guys are fine. Now this is pretty darn narrow where these boxes are, but can you come back and so let's jump. Ooh, okay, now we're going to make it hard. So let's jump this green one on the way back off the left lead canter. And we're going to jump the green, and then we're going to trot. So we're going to left lead canter, trot the green, back to canter, canter the white through the gap. No, you canter the fence, transition to trot, anywhere in here, transition back to canter, canter the white, and land and go between the boxes. Okay? You up for it, Ali? Great. Perfect. Now, okay, guys, what are you going to have to think about? I think so. Well, that's tricky at the end. Where do you want to get the transition? Yeah, that's a good answer. Did you hear that, Ali? When I asked where do you want to get the transition, Alyssa said as soon as you can. Okay? Good answer. I think more than thinking it's got to be in a specific place, just start getting it. Okay? So what sort of jump do you want in over the vertical? Yes, I think so, I think a little bit quiet in will be a good thing. Okay, have a go at that.
Are we going to start with the boxes wider apart or like short like that?
Short like that. Do you think? Okay, stop. Let's have a vote. Do we want them a little wider apart the first time? Okay, sure, let's do that. That would be good. And you know what, guys? That's a really good decision to do, and it's a smart thing to say. That's cool. Okay. Wait for the second time, Megan. You go, Ali. Ooh, Alyssa and Roxanne. Good. Good. Wait, Ali. You're wait. What did I say? Alyssa, Roxanne. Good. Keep the left rein. Two reins. Open your hands wider. Wider hands. Wider hands. Wider hands. That's it. Okay, so Ali, you have to be careful you're not spurring him when you're saying whoa. You have to be careful that you're not spurring him when you're saying whoa. Okay? So come once more. And just bend your elbow and say whoa yourself a little louder, and just turn your toe in a little bit. He says, I can't believe you're asking me to done. Very good. Very good. Ali, you do it once more, and then I'm going to make that end narrower for the girls. Okay? But because he thinks this trot thing is so strange, I don't want to make the landing any more difficult. For your horse, you could do it, but he has a harder time. Good. Quietly. Good. Now slow down right there. Straighten his neck. So you need a little more right rein than left. Good. Good. Don't let him go any faster. Don't let him right rein. Yeah, good. Good. Perfect. Whoa. 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 Just stop him. Halt. Halt. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. What are you doing there in front of me? Good. And now just quietly allow him to go. Good. Right leg. Look in the middle. Good. Ali. Super. Super. Sometimes going to plan B is good. Okay? Good. And just saying, okay, well that's what this horse needs. The others can do something a little different, but for him, because his whole life will have been told never trot. Right? So he just needed confirmation it was okay to. Okay? And then we just needed to pat him and tell him good boy, rather than getting on his case, because he'll have been trained always to keep cantering. Alyssa, can you ride with a little wider hand? That's it. Good. Wide hands, trot, wide hands, wider. Your hips are wider. Huh? Right. That was fine. Well, Ali, you're not going to do this. Wider hands. Bend your elbow. Whoa, slow down. Canter. Good, good. In the middle. Good. Okay, walk. Okay. So two things, Ali, that's good for him on this exercise. Once more. Megan. Now, if you guys were in a test in an equitation class, and we had this in it because there's one of the tests on the medal, is that you can go from cantering to a line and trot out. This is a little bit of a different variation. But I want to see you trot. Alyssa, your trot was good, but your canter was a bit late. Okay? When you come back to trot, I'd like to see even steps. Like 1, 2, 3, canter. Okay? Not, okay? So when you come back to it, I want you to really think, I'm going to take time. It's not so important to be cantering a long way away from that end jump. Yeah, certainly the better, but it's not so big. So when you jump in, the ability to come back and to settle here, back trot, 1, 2, 3, and canter. You have to be kind of a cool customer, not, oh my God, I gotta get it done. Because then you go too big a jump, it's a little too quick through the end. So I want you to make them go do, 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 do. And I have this feeling of control. No, what you need to do is you need to control the size of the step earlier. Okay, so it's not about coming to the jump and going, whoa, 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 to be deep. It's saying that, say you were a 12-foot normal horse show canter, that when you came around the turn, you were going to say, well, at the point of the turn, I'm just going to ease him down to an 11-foot step. So I'm going to do my slowing early, but I'm going to do it subtly, so that then when I come to the jump, I can just get a quieter jump off a little shorter, earlier stride, not taking my 12-foot going 12, 11, 10, 9, just to get deep. So when you canter, that's an excellent question. So when you canter down that side, think, when I come around the turn here, I'm going to shorten the step and stay consistent in that step to this jump. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, good. So you two do it. Ali, you wait a sec. Because this is difficult enough for him. Right? And I don't want him, this horse particularly, thinking he wants to trot in the middle. Good. Don't go you don't need to come all the way down here. Okay, off you go, Meg. Good. Now slow him a little here. Right rein comes back. Slow a little bit down the way. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. And then trot. him a little bit harder. Hey, don't you lean into him and go, oh, he thinks